So thank you very much, participants, for having attending. Now, I would like to welcome our next speaker. I'm eagerly waiting for him, Mr. Raktim Singh. Okay, so Raktim ji, I believe you are in the call already. Yeah. So thank you, Raktim ji. Thank you very much for joining the session today. So we are talking about the digital transformation from AI and IoT point of view. That is the topic of discussion today from Mr. Raktim Singh. Just let me give a quick introduction of Mr. Raktim Singh. Okay, Raktim Singh is a seasoned leader with 25 plus years of expertise in driving business growth and crafting digital transformation strategy. So he brings deep proficiency in digital banking strategy, fintech, research and analysis, product management. He is also a prolific writer, having published numerous papers on emerging technologies. So thank you, Raktimji. Thank you very much. One of the book Raktimji wrote is like a digital transformation, reshape the future of your business. It is with me. Okay, so it's on my table. I did not complete it, but it's very interesting. I need it. So thank you, Raktimji, very much for joining the call today. I would like to hear, because there is a connection between the last speaker, Sajid, and this, because Sajid, when he implemented Infosys solution there. Okay, so there is a connection, Sajid, if you are still there. So he is the head of IT in Infosys. So let us hear from him. So his expertise in banking is unmatchable. Over to you, Raktim Singh ji. So please go ahead. So you're on mute? Yeah. Unable to hear you. Can you check your mic? He can hear us. Can you try now?
One thing. Are you able to hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll go. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Okay. Now, I was saying the first session was about the culture and strategy, and second session was IT in banking and cloud, and even Sir has touched upon on the blockchain and AI. So many things have been set up for me, good for me. So anyway, I'm sharing my this screen, the presentation. Are you able to see?
It's. I think it's still not come up. Yeah, must come.
Can you see that now?
No, not yet.
I think I have shared it.
Can you try again? Yeah, now we can see your screen. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So thanks for giving this opportunity, sir. And it's good always to talk about digital transformation. And I saw the audience also, so happy to interact. So I will go through first what are the things I have tried putting down my thoughts in the books related to digital transformation. So some quick things because sometimes earlier this was the question which was getting raised, like what is the difference between digitization and digitalization. So again, this is the is standard definition. Digitization is like you're converting information from analog to digital, and digitalization is like using the digital technologies to transform your business process, business operations, and can move many other things. So just to set the thing, this is the digitization and digitalization. Now we will move to the digitization is like, according to me, in that you will see four things: uh, virtualization, industrialization, instant gratification, and personalization. If we take an example, earlier we used to have post box where we used to send the physical letter, and now that has got changed to email. So this is a very good example of where digitization has happened. Of course, many other places also it has happened. So like virtualization has happened. The mails travel that way. When I say industrialization here, what I mean is the with the accuracy the things happens, and especially people familiar with the India will know that in the India, Mumbai dabbawalas are sort of quite famous, that the tiffin boxes what they take, and they perfectly deliver with whatever the code they put to the correct place, and again it returned back. So that is the thing industrialization I'm talking. Instant gratification, of course, the mail comes to us immediately, no more waiting. And personalization is like the things get personalized, whether it's into the mail or into the other social media platforms. So now I will move to the main topic of anyhow. So it's a more of a saying that ability to consume these services at any point of time from any location by any channel, any device, in a personalized way. So digital transformation. Now, again, I keep on asking this question. It's actually, uh, of course, the name is digital transformation, but I will say many times it manifests itself into a business transformation or the self transformation, because finally, you use those technologies, the processes, to transform your business or maybe transfer your own self. So that is what all is digital transformation is. But now we'll just to say digital transformation is more than the implementing certain ERP system or appointing a chief digital officer. And of course, earlier it was that you launch some website and mobile app, or I will say porting on the cloud, though we had the session on cloud, and I'll clarify what I meant when I go to that section. Similarly, automating the current system, that also is not digital transformation. You are just using the technology to digitalize the things, or bombarding the social media saying, we are digital, digital, digital. So that's not the thing, and surely not using new technology just for the sake for it. It's like hammer searching for the nail. So, what exactly is the digital transformation? To me, digital transformation contains the four part: understanding the true meaning of digital experience and applying in our context, and solving the wise problem, understanding the new technology, which I have named it acid. I will go in detail of each of this. This is this one. And then how do you future proof it? And that is where you apply the digital anthropology. So now let me go to it. I will say as such, this one slide represent what all my main ideas are. Now we'll go deep into these things. So what is digital experiences? Uh, According to me, our what part has remained same. Like we are watching movies, reading book, ordering groceries, but our how has got changed. So like we watch movie on Netflix, read book on Kindle, order through marketplace, and so literally the things are in your hand. No need to book the movie ticket. Of course, you can also do that. That option is there, but you can always weekend coming. You can always watch the movies on the your OTT platform. You can watch as per your mood, your speed. You can pause it, rewind it, in a relaxed, convenient way. And it's like really make the thing frictionless, in the sense like, I'm sure many of us may have got the habit. If you are traveling, maybe during travel time, on the phone you may be watching, on the flight you may be watching, and you stop it and then you start again. So but if you notice, especially with the computer world, and this, like, I've debated with many people, uh, there is nothing, no new what has come, like it's all those things has remained same. But it's like it has democratized the things, it has make the things simple for everybody. So whoever has a smartphone, a mobile phone, and can, and of course the data cost is there, but after that, you are as good as anybody else in the world or in the country that way. All the things you can do, you can access all the social media apps, and talk with your friend across the continent, read any book, whatever you wanted, and order from anybody. Well, of course, the country rules will be there, but barring that, those frictions have gone away, that hassles has gone away. So that is what I call the digital experience. So this is the first part according to me. And again, to summarize it again, it's the same thing what which is the digitalization was, that ability to consume any service or all those service at any point of time, morning, evening, from any location, from your house, in the train, moving vehicle, by any channel. Means it can be your laptop, your phone, or yeah, theoretically on your watch, or your tablet, whatever, or totally in a personalized way. So this is what is the digital experiences. So that anyhow you have to provide. Now after that, I move to that, before you start the digital transformation, you have to understand there are wise problem, and which I say, know your why. So know your why means, okay, let me expand on that. See, one has to know why that company was created. What was the main mission? Now today it may be doing one thing, but what was the main mission? So like, if I take an example, Nike shoe says that my aim is to make sure my customer remain healthy. Now, for that, they need to run, and I provide them fantastic shoes, shoes of different variety, shoes by which they can do trekking, they can do running, whatever it is. And we have installed the chips by which, again, you connect to your Bluetooth, you can hear music while you are walking, jogging. And similarly, you know how much energy has been, burned, and things like that. So for them, it is like, that we want to make our customer healthy, and that is the thing. Similarly, if we take example of Netflix, Netflix, of course, started as a DVD rental service, and many other things. But finally, if we go to, I've read that book also, and read the thoughts. Their aim is to provide wholesome family entertainment. Now, whether that is by renting the DVDs, or by streaming the movies, or now what they have done some time back, creating a web series based on whatever the preferences they understood from the what viewers want to watch. And that is where they have created the House of Cards. That was the first web series, and many seasons of that has come, because they realize people are liking these actors, and they like something political, conspiracy, and all those things. So they tuned the storyline, and we have seen it even in India also. Amazon Prime, certain web series of Mirzapur and all has come, which was like, whole thought process was what our audience want to see. So we provide that. Uh, Again, extending one more thing, Uber. Now, of course, Uber provide taxi or whatever, but their aim is to make sure that their customer is able to move from point A to point B, and they have partnered with certain local transport authorities wherever applicable. So they're saying that maybe for the first mile and for the last mile, you take Uber. In between, you, if you want, you can take the local transport. We help you that, because we want to provide you a cost effective, a convenient, travel journey, and for that, whatever it means, we will do for you. So I think we can now expand it to all the industries. But according to me, this is the biggest thing: know your why that company was started, what was the main aim. For the banks also, it's just the accepting cash, or it is like you wanted to provide the financial freedom to the citizen living there, helping the industries getting cheaper loan or whatever it is. So there are many things, but knowing the why is very important. Second is the integration with the external ecosystem, because now, like, sort of, it's an open word, and as I earlier said, technology has democratized the thing. So is your product is able to talk with other solution and then create wonders. uh, let's take some example here. We know that Apple iPhone is very good. uh, at least some time back, I'm not sure of the current one, but surely some time back, the chip of the Apple was provided by the Samsung. And even now also, what I understand, some part of the iPhone is provided by Samsung. Now Samsung as such is a competitor, but this is where Apple decided that they will do. And Netflix, again, some time back, was hosted on Amazon Web Cloud. So there is a Amazon Prime and Netflix, but Netflix was hosted on that. So they were able to integrate. And similarly, when we see on our mobile the app store, be it on iPhone or Android, the apps which are there, it is not that Apple has created or Google has created. They have helped or created the sandbox on top of which various developers can create and enrich the ecosystem, and you love those apps. So this is what is the main thing, even to the extent of even Mercedes Benz. If you go to their website, they also say that we provide you the whatever the SDK kit, the software development kits, and this is the software. And if you want to develop something on top of it, a certain thing they provide, like, with respect to the fuel consumptions, kilometers, whatever car has traveled. But certain more things, if you want to do, you can do that. So the whole idea is that is your group, product, company, whatever it is ready to integrate with the external ecosystem. And when you're able to do this integration, it does magic. You can decompose and compose many other things. And this is where I take a sort of example of Subway sandwich, because the things what happen when you are trying to integrate with the API, and when you join hand with other partners. So the way in the Subway sandwich, what happens is there are three ingredient. That way, let's take, there is a bread and there is a whatever you put, certain sauce and whatever inside, certain vegetables. If you have three type of bread, three type of sauces, three type of other food, what you put, what you can get 27 combination. And you just increase everything one, and now it's 4 into 4 into 4, so it's like a 64 combo. So that is the power of integration with the external world happens, because not everything you will be able to do on your own. You cannot be the expert in everything. uh, that is what. And here again, I'm just realizing technology has improved so much, but we still see these are the, because it's always it's what do I say, it's always my this dream of always smoothly present, and you always wonder what will happen to the network. Something happened, that's all I can say. So so again, this is true for any company also, like silos will be there. Silos will be there, that's what I was saying. There will be department, there will be different group. And many of the time it has happened because different groups have started doing the computerization at different point of time. So what has happened, they have bought different technology system, at various point of time, which was suited to that department. And now if you look at that, you will realize that they have more than some 100 system, plethora of system is there. Even getting the customer 360-degree view, or even for their internal employees, if they have to get what is the view, you will realize that HR and recruitment team had one type of information, their current appraisal happen in somewhere else, and what really working with the team, it's like it's spread across various system. And this is almost true in all the companies. My point is, uh, be aware of that. There will be silos. Don't just assume that silos will not be there, and you have to proactively work to break those silos. Keep on working on that. Some of the techniques which I have mentioned in my book was like, it can be some simple thing like how do you arrange the seating arrangement for different team members, whether group and department head sit at one place only, or can you shuffle it in the sense in the week they will sit, let's say, two days with some other group members, or lunch at least will be different place. And there can be different ways. This is just a very simple thing which I mentioned many other things in the silos, how to keep on breaking the silos. And the fourth is environment and culture. I think the first session itself was something touched upon on the culture. The environment and culture, if again those are not been taken care, this will again eat up what are the effort you are putting. Now, culture itself can be a very big topic, but I will just add certain things here. Many times you will hear leaders saying that we encourage failure, which is very good thing to say from the stage, but my customer does not pay for my failure. So if you say that you encourage failure, customer is not going to buy your failed products. So where is the sweet spot? To me, the sweet spot is you should be able to do small failures, and you should be able to fail fast, learn fast, recover fast. That is the thing. And somewhere we mentioned or touched upon on the agility also. To me, the agility is ability to handle the changes. Those changes can be really imbibed in your culture, in the sense team should be able to handle. And if we talk of I call them that time the fan companies. Now of course the name has got changed, so I have changed it to man companies, means Meta, Alphabet, Amazon, Netflix. All of them, if you go through their how they have evolved over the years, they have always encouraged failures. Like Netflix had a tool that time called Chaos Monkey, and what it used to do, it used to switch off the network. I think maybe I should have used that. That's all I can think of it. So that uh, uh, streaming, whatever the streaming happens on different bandwidth, when people are watching, if network is having problem, is how still the customer get a good view of whatever the movie he was watching. So they test with that Chaos Monkey. And like that, if we take of Meta or Alphabet, in Alphabet again, it was the thing that if it seemed their appraisal system is, if you have scored perfect one, it means something wrong. It means you have not tried hard. So you have to try that way. But then where do you draw the line? And that is what I said. You have to fail fast, recover fast, learn fast, and keep on sort of learn how to unlearn and move forward. So that type of culture has to be there and need to get started from the recruitment itself. The way you recruit, are you checking the hard skill or the soft skill also? And one of the technique which I have given in my book was, when you have various candidates lined up for the interview, maybe put them in a room, give them some object to create something, and just watch. Because those guys didn't know. You will see some people will be a little cynical, like, what is this exercise given? Somebody will take a leadership, he will try to do something. Others will join. So many of those things will tell you about the soft skill of who is a team player, who can take leadership position, how they are behaving with each other, who are sort of a stranger but can become the teammates going forward. Now these are simple things like how they are behaving with your receptionist, or if a person who is serving tea, it's like a with some high attitude, or like they are humble enough. These are simple things you have to observe. There are many other techniques, but all those things start mattering in a company, because if their culture is not there to learn, to adapt to the changes, to try bigger things, again digital transformation will fail. So yeah, Kuldeep, we can go to the next slide. The key pillars. So key pillars, again, four are there. If you have solved the wise problem, now the time to apply the technology, and which I have named as acid formula you have to apply, which is artificial intelligence, cloud, internet of thing, and data. And I will explain in a very quick way, so we can keep on moving, Kuldeep. So first is the data. Kuldeep, you can move the slide. Yeah, so data, of course, lot many things can be said. I've purposefully gone in the reverse order. Means I think everybody understand the importance of data, uh, the various searches which are happening, various tweets which are happening. Uh, what something just point which I wanted to bring is the power of the passive data. From the coffee place, what you get. Of course, from the Wi-Fi. Let's say if you have a shopping mall and you have provided their free Wi-Fi, and of course you have taken the consent. How many people joined there? That will tell you, how many people were really active and really visited that mall, or for that matter, any other things. Similarly, many companies have the learning portal. How many courses were really completed? Are you seeing that or no? Because unless you get the insights from the raw data and arrive at a meaningful thing, it's not useful. Uh, just to give an example, what I know, certain cases, again in India, in Kerala, uh, the fishermen who used to fish and get the fish, and earlier what used to happen, by the time they come to sell the fish in the evening, they were always in little hurry, because fish is a material which you can't take it to the next day, uh, but you have to sell. But what all the fish they have caught during the day, it was not available. So they created a sort of WhatsApp community. So whenever they get anything and they put it, now this perishable commodity, sort of everybody knows that, yeah, this type of things I will get it. And this point I will reach. So I'm sure many other things like that uh, must have happened. This is one of the things uh, which I am aware personally that way. So it helped everybody. For the fisherman, it's like no worry of that his perishable good will go for a toss. This data is available with the buyers who wanted that type of fish, so they are ready to purchase, and no bargaining that way or nothing like that. So everybody, and they no, customer wanted fresh fish, so they get it. Similarly, thing which can be tried. This is what my example. Like inside the company, you may want to put the TV monitor to across the places, and which shows the progress of whatever the current product development is happening. So this is the power of data which we have to utilize. And left hand side, I have mentioned what are the tools, but we need not go through it. So Kuldeep will go to the next slide. Yeah, so it's like a internet, on which I call it the internet of all the things, because it's like all the, uh, especially of course, my book came in 2020. Now in 2025, there are many other things that have happened, especially in terms of IoT. Everything is sort of embedding that culture of smartness going into. Um so where it helps you if your AC is there, washing machine is there, the proactive maintenance. You need not generally do the maintenance every 6 months, or wait till it break down, because now machine itself tell you that when the maintenance is needed. So we can go on here: smart factories, smart building, digital warehouses, smart lift. Even in my apartment where I live, and it was a very good use case. Yes, I'll quickly tell what our maintenance. I think every apartment will have a maintenance association. Here also it was there. So our maintenance, the secretary actually asked one person, because Bangalore being a technology hub that way. So people had that IoT device, and he told them to just install that on a test basis near the water tanks, which are there in, like, in our this where I live. There are 4 apartments are there, and each one has a water tank. So he told them, and told them to give the report. So when he got the first 2 3 days report, what he realized that morning 4 a.m. a lot of water if in one building. You can see from that report, a lot of water is getting used, and it's almost obvious, like morning 3 4 o'clock, nobody will be using that type of water. So actually, they then we start digging deep into that, and then they realize that, yeah, in that apartment and the ground floor there was a flat, and there was a underwater seepage was there. What used to happen during daytime, because all other apartments were using water in a big quantity, this amount of water was getting hidden. But in the night, of course, when nobody else is using water, that is where it was obvious. And sort of it has costed nothing for us, except for some time of the maintenance secretary, and with some other people joining hand to really dig deep. So I think this is the power. Like, it's apart from the cost, it's like a water being a one important commodity. So how do we save that? And this is where it has helped. So smart light, smart lift, and many other things we can do. We will go to the next one, Kuldeep, cloud. So in the cloud, of course, earlier speaker also touched upon. To me, the cloud is like, it helps in maybe 3 or 4 things. One is, of course, the whole thing has happened pay per use, because otherwise, let's say in the bank also, and I think he also touched upon, they used to do the annual planning during, depending on the earlier year starting, that for the year end, for the month end, for the quarter end, we need these type of machines so that interest calculation can happen for all the customers. But those machines used to remain idle during the rest of the years or rest of the month, whatever it is. Now, of course, it's like pay per use. You get that compute power at those specific days. And this is true for online shopping places also. When any book is getting launched or any new movies coming, and that time demand will be more, so you can get it. So it's like it gives the elasticity. So it has converted capex to opex. You can have the redundant node, and of course easy onboarding, because what happens now, let's say in a bank everything can be outsourced. So that is what, to me, it's like anything as a service, like whether it's a software as a service, a infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, anything can be there. But when you go into the cloud maturity model, when we say the application is cloud ready, it's like whether it really using the power of 12-factor app, Kubernetes, Istio, whatever it is, and the skill is there or no for the cloud. So again, make sure you have those things, and you are really getting the power of cloud, and which earlier I mentioned, just don't port on the cloud. Because that is what some people are doing the mistake, just porting on the cloud. Yeah, we are there on the cloud, but are you harnessing the power of the cloud, in the sense like when the demand is up, you should not bring one full application up, but only the relevant portion. Let's say if it is related to payment, only that pod should be made multiples. If your full application is making up, then it's like no point. It's like a old way. So is the application elastic enough, and are you able to harness the power of cloud? Yeah, we will go to the next one. So it's like a artificial and intelligence, in which I say it like it should become your IA, intelligent assistant. We have many things here, which is machine learning, supervised learning, reinforcement learning, or reinforcement learning with human feedback. So I think in last 3-4 years, especially after ChatGPT, it has become very famous. So I need not tell things, or again, it can be enough one session. To me, main thing has happened now. Machine knows how to fish. It's like the old proverb, what it says, that you give a person a fish to eat, or tell them how to fish, and that is what is happening. Machine is learning how to fish. And again, the generative AI, the GPT-4 model, and other models which are coming. Of course, and with the agentic AI now, which is the new thing which has come up. So yeah, these are the things which are you have to get the power of that. Having said that, according to me, AI is like electricity. When electricity came, of course, it was a big thing. You can't use electricity on its own. You require, let's say, a bulb, or a phone, or a car, or a heater, or a AC. That is where you get the power of electricity. Electricity on its own does nothing. Of course, if you touch it, you get the current. But on its own, there is no value unless there is a useful application on top of electricity. And according to me, AI is the same thing. You will see the embedding of this into multiple things, be it IoT devices, uh, be it whatever the data you have, you wanted to get the insight. If you don't have a data, you can't do anything with AI, and you have the proper data. Data is structure, unstructured, whatever it is. So do you have those things, and then are you solving real problem? What exactly? Or it's just new shining gold? uh, because everybody says AI, and that's why, like, again, hammer searching for the nail. So yeah, we will move here now quickly. Next one, Kuldeep. So now, so we quickly discuss whatever that you have to provide digital experience, you have to solve the wise problem, you have to apply the asset formula. Now, how do you watch future proof is? And that is where I say that you have to apply the digital anthropology. Just to quickly give you, it's not a very heavy word. Anthropology is like a study of relationship between human and digital era. We have evolved. Our ancestors earlier, whatever it was, agriculture and the animal hunting, and then we have evolved from there. uh, some interesting thing is that earlier, uh, industries were located near any water body, because you get the steam power. That was the initial thing. So before electricity came, steam power was there. So industries or factories, I will say, were located near water body, because so that you get the steam power. But now, of course, that's not a consideration when you are putting a factory. There's another consideration. So again, this is the evolution has happened. Similarly, if we take a city like Las Vegas, I'm sure if without electricity, it was a desert, and it comes into light in the evening only. That way, whatever, it comes to life that way. And after that, arrival of telephone car, which has reduced the distance, computer automation, and now it's like a demand-led economy has happened. Everybody used to take selfie. But I remember, at least in my days, when we used to go on picnic or whatever, you used to have our usual camera and tell somebody to take a picture for us. Now, even if there is somebody to take, but everybody wants to take a selfie from various, I will say, dangerous position, post on social media, then keep on seeing how many likes have come. It's like instant gratification, which is what is lying in your subconscious mind, and they want to see. And it has actually created new habits. We were living without social media, we were living without a smartphone, but now I think we can't imagine a life without phone or without social media. So it has created new habits. uh, I'm not commenting it's good or bad, because everything has a dual sword. Only thing is, we have to understand that this is how the Gen Z is behaving. Uh, because for many of us started life in a physical world, in the sense, for me it was a physical bank and then the internet banking. But for the Gen Z, which are the your be it your team worker, your customer, your partner,
they started life on digital only. They are digital native. They have seen. So for them, this is a de facto thing. Now, how do you engage with them? Uh, as you said, for me, physical bank to internet banking and doing thing at home, not withdrawing money on Friday, remembering weekend bank will be closed. I'm talking before ATM also came. So that was the thing. And then transferring money, it's a easy thing. But for the Gen Z, it's like a normal thing. This is how things happen. That's all they have seen, and they keep on seeing various other social medias, and then they start like whether your product is offering those things or no. So this digital anthropology again is a big subject, but suffice to say, your customer, your team members, your partners are expecting things in a very different way now. Uh, if you want to future proof it, you have to use the digital anthropology. We'll go to the next one. And this is where I talked of the execution. Once you have got those digital transformation ingredient, make it a learning organization, which is again what Mr. Peter Singh has said in this the fifth discipline book: self-mastery, mental model, share vision, feedback loop, and system thinking. Agile orchestration should be there, like ability to handle the change management. Because many times I hear people say agile means things will be faster. No, agile does not mean things will be faster. Agile just means that one should be able to handle the change. And I think the first speaker also touched upon on that part, that in the software we used to build the thing and then ship it after 6 months, and then customer used to say, boss, what is this, what you have shipped? Then we realized it's no point, just build whatever the MVP things and keep on shipping in a small way, take the feedback, incorporate those things in the next iteration, and then move on, which is what the your CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous development, continuous testing has to go on. And you need to have the sandboxes, but in which you should have the digital twin of whatever the customer, the external environment, and be ready for the API economy, which is again will help you in breaking the silos. So anything, if you are doing, think of it, whether it's not only your customer, how your partner can also use it. Anything. If you are not able to think from the design itself, it will surely going to create problem for you. So yeah, so that is where we can go to the next one. So these are the main things, and then according to me, this is where the time is ripe for the digital transformation, which is like real time instant gratification, a personalized experience you should be able to give to your customer. Because there is nothing one size fit all. Everybody looks a personalized approach. Earlier you used to have the silver segment, platinum segment, gold segment, and all those things. But frankly, everybody loves a personalized attention, be it your doctor, be it your banker. I am coming from the small town. I remember in a small town, we used to have our banking uncle or the doctor uncle. They know the history of the family. Your grandfather has this type of problem. Your grandmother has this type of problem. So you better take care of whatever it is. Now that part is lost. When you come to the big city, you can't afford, at least I can't afford. But now with the digital transformation, with the machine, with the data, all those things, so what it means, you can have your personal assistant who can help you with your variables, that your health, and then help you proactively to take action. Similarly for the banking, for making you financial freedom, what does it mean from the demand for the investment, and many other things. So yeah, that is the things of the digital transformation to make it ripe things.
So thank you,
So
Raktim
yeah,
ji. Thank you very
yeah.
much. I think let
Mhm.
us take up some questions. It was very insightful. Okay, it's very insightful. Sorry,
Yeah.
participants, for a quick some glitch here.
Yeah,
So we
sorry,
have
it's a technical word, and it's like it's a, a bad dream. That's all I can say.
problem, sir. Raja Ivaturi, so he has a question. I think if you can flash it. So far, this is a great session. We speak on many technologies. Can we get some insight on how the cost investment is justified? How do we measure the outcome versus investment? Yeah, any insights in that?
See, I think again you have to do the things in the MVP way, which I have talked about it. Of course, I understand these are the challenges, but this need to get that minimum viable product and see the benefit of that, and then the cost and the benefit you'll able to see, because uh, this question CFO asks, and rightly they're asking because they are the guardian of this one. But I think the ability is like, again, do the MVP way, try the things, have the sandbox, do the things, and then show the value of whatever the cost goes into the this one. And yeah, don't just go for new technology for the sake of new technology, because Gen AI as of now is famous. Everybody knows Gen AI. So yeah, no point generally you jumping to the Gen AI. I've not mentioned here blockchain. Again, blockchain. There is many other quantum computing and many other things are there. So you have to really apply. But what I realize, at least those four things, in some way or the other, cut across all industries, and try to do MVP so that you can justify the and see the result for yourself, for your CFO and whoever is the CEO, and after that move it.
So thank you, Raktim Singh ji. Very insightful lecture. Any final thoughts? Primarily, see, everybody talk about strategy transformations, strategy planning and execution. Now, earlier, technology being not so important while doing the strategy, but now technology plays a key role in the strategy formulation or in the strategy execution. What is your advice to the companies from the
Yeah.
digital transformation point of view? How
See,
does
so
that?
I think some part you already said it, and I'll just expand on it. What I realize, and if we notice, let's say this our human resource department or even the finance department. Earlier, these were like, if you are doing something major in finance, it means maybe most probably you'll become a CEO, or you'll go to the bank, or you go to the investment bank. But now everybody realizes that there has to be a CFO, whatever your company is. Like, finance is a very important thing. You just cannot put a CFO somewhere in the corner and run the company. Or similarly for the HR, it's not that you just create some group, somebody, and who will do something and organize party and some do annual day and all hand meet. No, everybody understood the importance of, you need to have HR in the say how your company is moving. Similarly, how finance should have a very big say of what you can spend, where you can spend. I think now this is where is the technology has come, that you everybody has to be cognizant of the fact that technology is going to impact. If you are not doing it, of course your competitor will do it, somebody else will do it. So though earlier, which was an advanced thing, now it's like some basic minimum is there. Because you are using a smartphone, that way you already know the things. And especially in India, we have the UPI and the India stack. So I the QR code is scanning and only digital payment you do. So those things are there. My message will be that technology is not that difficult. Of course, many times people like me try to make it a rocket science. It's not a rocket science. There are simple things. Things need to get simplified, and then it has to be part of your strategy. In that, it should merge. It should not be a afterthought that I have done it. Okay, now let's see how to do it through technology. You have to start with that, with the, as I said, with the human resource, with the finance, and like that with the technology. So that is the message I will say.
Very interesting insight, because IT is no more a nice to have. It's a
Yeah,
mandatory, just like your finance or your
yeah.
manufacturing.
Because earlier IT
People.
was IT head was that, with all due respect, it was like printer is not working, and IT head is like, no, can you look into it why printer is not working? That is what was the, and I was like, "Boss, come on, that's not the guy work of the IT person. You, and maybe outsource the things. See, again, that is where you have to take a correct decision. Certain things you may not able to afford that stuff. That's okay. So that is where you can outsource the things. but at least thinking wise, it has to be there. Even if you're not able to afford that staff currently on your budget. Yeah.
Perfect, sir. Thank you very much. Just to
Thanks,
cover
and
up the
sorry,
time.
I don't know. I still don't know what actually troubled us in between. So
Problem.
sorry to everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
You can just give us the conclusion
Yeah.
requirement, conclusive words to the audience. Okay, so
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Yeah. So again, uh, okay. Let me put that way. My purpose of writing the book was because I am being in this industry like I've done from ITBHU and then in this industry around now 30 years. Frankly, I realized that we have made technology, as I was saying, as a rocket science. People are little, was either technical guy, not understand. But many times technology is finally common sense. And what I said, especially the computer and those things, the what has remained same, only the how has been made different, and technology has democratized the things. So use technology as a enabler. Technology on its own cannot do anything, good or bad, nothing. It needs your idea. You only thing is, earlier you were able to try that idea only with one person. Now you can try with masses, like technology, that innovation at scale can happen with technology, and that is what. So uh, just to this one, I write a post, and which is like, you can go to my website. I thought I will present that, but and my website is there, raktimsingh.com. There I keep on putting my articles. The whole idea is to, how do I simplify and explain the things. I have my YouTube channel also, Raktim_Hindi. So there also I keep on putting what all the latest thing is happening in the AI, Gen AI, what does that mean. And my whole purpose is, can I simplify this for a person who does not know technology? The whole aim is that. Because if I am talking with some jargons and he just that's not the thing. He How he can understand, then apply, and those idea, and then scale. Innovation at scale should happen with technology. That is what we all have to do. So that is what I will say.
Perfect, sir. So with that said, thank you very much for giving a wonderful lecture. So thank you on behalf of participants and the organizers. I would like to extend a sincere thanks to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.